But isn't it, in a perverse way, a part of his mystique? And when Ali said what he said about about Vietnam, that moved the meter for me in that regard. And I understood.
Yeah, and they took 3 years of his prime. That's what's crazy.
That was his number one performance, and he was never 100% the same after that.
Yeah, it's just they just robbed him. They robbed us too, because he came back and he's a different fighter then. He was much more easy to hit, and he became, he relied on his chin more, and he didn't have the fleet of foot movement that he had before then.
But he found a way to rise to the top.
Could you imagine what we could have seen in those 3 years if Ali had never been robbed, never took his title away, and allowed him to fight all those guys like Joe Frazier, George Foreman, all those guys with keeping the same skills that he had when he was younger.
But, and I think you're 100% correct, Joe, but isn't it, in a perverse way, a part of his mystique?
Yes.
The fact that he was able to come back from those 3.5 years off, the fact that he was able to rise to the top again, the fact that he was able to beat Foreman the way he beat Foreman and beat Frazier in the third fight in the kind of fight you would never have imagined him being in. All these things combine to create the unique mystique of Muhammad Ali.
And then also the tragic ending, the staying in too long and too many beatings. The seeing him at the end of his life was just so horrible, and we all know that was trauma induced. We all know that. And it was just sad to see